Hi, readers. Yeah, I think it's been what, 2 months since my last YouTube video. Um, it's been a busy 2 months. Of course, National Novel Writing Month landed right in the middle there. So 30 straight days of writing 1,667 words a day. So it was a busy month for me. Also, I've been doing a lot of promo for How Finch Stole Christmas. It's my new Christmas novella. And yeah, I had a little signing at a local bookstore, so that was fun. Um, yeah, and by the way, you can get it on Amazon, ebook, paperback, or Kindle Unlimited for free. Um, so I wanted to talk a little bit about National Novel Writing Month, and this was my 10th year um, participating in National Novel Writing Month. Um, and I found it to be the hardest year. You'd think after 10 years of participating in this, you would have a routine. I have found in years past when I had um, an outline or some kind of plan, a chapter by chapter kind of idea of where I was going, I had the easiest time with it. This year, I just decided I would free write, and it's where I got into the most trouble and where I definitely learned my lesson that in the future to definitely have at least a plan or an ending of what I'm striving to reach. So this year I went in thinking that I would write book two of my supernatural romance trilogy. It's about two incubi and a succubus. And so they each have their own book. They're all standalones, but they have that interconnected thread. The first book follows an incubus and his struggle with who he is and um, and who he was born to be and how he tries to fight fate. And so, but he has this found family um, of other demons that, they kind of are very dysfunctional family. And so book one is finished, but I have never released it. So I really want to release that trilogy, but I don't want to release it until I kind of have book two and three in the works. So I thought this year for National Novel Writing Month, I would write book two. And so I thought I would write it from the succubus point of view and give her her own book. And her name's Fawn. And so I went into National Novel Writing Month just totally excited about it, and I wrote about 20,000 words, 25,000 words of her story. And she she unlike the incubus in the first book was not born that way. She was turned due to violent circumstances, supernatural circumstances, in the Salem witch trials. So um, it hurt. She has that sort of, this book has like that witchy kind of a Halloween vibe. And it was a perfect book to write starting November 1st because it was leading right out of Halloween. And so I really was enjoying writing it. And then I just hit a roadblock. And like that happens to me sometimes, and I just sort of lose track of where I'm going. And so I sort of felt frustrated by it, and I needed time to sit with both books, reread the first book, reread what I had with this one, and just sort of um kind of solve my problem, figure out what I want to happen with her, how I want it to end, if I want her to have kind of a satisfying ending, if that means like finding some way that she can live with who she is or finding some way out of her curse. But I just got so stuck. And with National Novel Writing Month, you can't just stop. You can't take like a week off and replan because there's that you just fall behind more and more every day when you stop. And so I didn't know what to do. And I didn't want to keep working on her book and writing her story the wrong way. because I feel like every character kind of deserves to have like uh the life that they should. And because to me they feel real, and she didn't deserve to have a rushed ending because her I feel like her character, she plays a cameo role in the first book, and she deserves to have her own um destiny. And so I didn't want to rush it, so I quit writing, and I cheated this year on National Novel Writing Month in that I switched to a different book. And so right in the same document I started, actually, funnily enough, the second novella in my Christmas series. This is set in Evergreen Lane. It's a fictional little town in the mountains, and the the kind of a side character is the mayor Gavin Finch. His best friend Cole. He makes kind of a funny little guest appearance a few times in this book, and so I thought it would be nice if he had his own book. And so I wrote it. I wrote the whole 18,000 word novella during National Novel Writing Month in about 2 weeks. Um, and I think it's cute. I think it's kind of funny, and it's set in the summertime, even though it's a Christmas themed book. So I thought I would do a Christmas in July novella and release it at the end of June 2025. Um, because I am obsessed now with my little made up town and the characters in it. They just sort of kind of drew me in. It is really, and I say it's a Hallmark movie in your hands, and it feels like a Hallmark movie. And it has like all these little supporting characters that Gavin comes across in the first book. And I hate leaving stories untold. And so I created Cole, and so I have to write, or I had to write his story. So, book two, which will be out next summer, for Christmas in July, is I wrote that during National Novel Writing Month. And then I realized I was still about 10,000 words short of my 50,000 word goal for November. So I wrote the sequel to that. Um, just the start of it. It's almost done, but it is the third book in the Evergreen Lane series. Um, and it's based on Cole's sister, Carol. And so we'll see how that goes. She's kind of a fun character. She's a new character. Cole kind of brings her into town. And I feel like Gavin Finch, who is the main character in the book that's out now, is really funny in that one. To me, he kind of comes into his own as like a real comical character. Um, so look forward to probably two, maybe three more in this series. And I would actually like to get them all out next year. So there be three or four in the How Finch Stole Christmas series, and um, I don't know. I think it's I mean I'm biased obviously because I made them up, but I think it's a really cute little series, and totally different from anything else that I usually write. Um, I usually write more steamy romance, not erotica, but romance with love scenes, open door love scenes. But this was such a refreshing break, to just write like one or two kissing scenes in a book, and that was it. It took off so much pressure from me, having to come up with these scenes. And it's sort of a challenge to really build a connection with someone that you don't have to rely on the physical. So all the connection has to be emotional, and in a way I find it to be a little bit deeper of a romance that way. um so I think I might be a converted romance writer. I really like the sweet, clean romance now. So I kind of am hooked on writing these. So I would like to get this series finished. And then maybe I can go back to my Incubus Succubus series, which is not a clean, sweet romance series at all. given the nature of what they are. Um, the incubus and succubus romances are not clean and they're not sweet. But yeah, I have the first one, I feel like I did a lot of historical research on it. Um, History major. I can't help it. I have to research everything that I do. Um, I can't just write a book without getting into the history behind it. And that also could have been my problem. National Novel Writing Month. Um, I got really sucked into Salem witch trials research instead of just writing the book and looking the research up later, which is the correct national novel writing technique. But I never do anything the way I'm supposed to. So that's probably why I struggle with it. Um, yeah, so that is the little update on my National Novel Writing Month. I did, in fact, complete it um, on the day, the last day, November 30th. I usually take right to the end. I need every single day, but I fell so far behind um, getting caught up in Fawn's story and Fawn's research and struggling with how I wanted her life to work out that um, I fell very far behind and I ended up having to write like 2,500 words a day instead of 1,600 words a day. So I made National Novel Writing Month very hard on myself this year, unnecessarily, but I tend to do that a lot. Um, um, I don't like being told what to do, even though there's a formula, even though there's actually no one there telling me what to do. It's sort of in my head that way. But yeah, so that is my update. So after National Novel Writing Month, it's just been promo for How Finch Stole Christmas. I really do recommend reading it if you like funny, if you like sweet romance, or just need something quick, a holiday romance. It's only $2.99 as an ebook and free if you have Kindle Unlimited. Um, so yeah, check that out. And next summer, the next one will come out. Um, Also, stay tuned. I was in touch with my publishers, Scarsdale Publishing in New York. They published Ready to Burn and Lust on the Rebound. And we're also working on a trilogy about millionaires in Manhattan. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before, but we're editing the second book in that series. And she was in touch with me, and they have made my first two books into audiobooks, which are available on Amazon. And she's going to be sending me some giveaway codes. So stay tuned on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Mandy Michelle Writing. You can find me there, and that's where I post all my big news. I post there every few days, every couple days on my Facebook page with what's going on, and I'll be doing some giveaways for audiobooks. So I know, especially this time of year, if you're wrapping presents, if you're driving around and you want to listen to a book, it's a good way to get books read when you don't have time to actually sit there and read. So audiobooks giveaway coming up, so definitely check the Facebook page for information. I will probably and I really do need to do these videos more regularly, but Christmas is busy. In my family, I'm kind of the designated baker, and so like neighbors and friends are expecting baking, I think, from me. So I tend to spend most of my time in December baking. Um, but that's almost finished. So I'll try to do my videos more regularly instead of leaving 2 months in between updates. But yeah, November me was not a me that you wanted to see, because it was pretty frantic in November trying to get those words done. Um, but even, regardless of the controversy with National Novel Writing Month, with the website and I think it was something about AI, but to me, I don't have affiliation with the website except for the fact that I can log my word count. So, don't come at me about still being affiliated with National Novel Writing Month. I need it to inspire me to get writing, to get words on the page. I I really feel like I need that every year to, because a lot of the year you spend editing. Once you start building up a lot of books, they need to be edited numerous times and polished. I know how Finch Stole Christmas got its way fair share of edits, and for such a short book, um, I did put a lot of work into the edits on that. So, um, the larger books like the 55, 60,000 word books take a lot of time to edit and rewrite. So, when you have a chance in November to just shut off the editing and just be creative again and write, um, I feel like I really need that every year because I don't always get to write. A lot of the year is spent editing and doing promo and appearances and presentations and things like that. So, um, when you get that time to write, I always use it. And I think I will keep going with National Novel Writing Month for years to come because it's how I'm building up my back catalog of books. So, but the resolution for 2025 is not only to get out a few of these Hal Finch Stole Christmas independently published by me, but also to really start tackling some of my back catalog that's sitting there with great stories that I want people to read, and it's not fair to my characters to just be locked into a laptop or on a memory card. They need to be out there. So, my resolution is to definitely get some more books out there next year. And yeah, I hope that you have the chance to read them. And if you do, make sure to comment or always leave reviews for me because I literally check all the time and I love them. So they keep me going. So anyway, everyone have a happy holidays and I'll check in soon. Thanks for watching my videos.